The lesson that we learn right now is that whenever you're getting into your car, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you lock the car. Don't leave the door open. In this case, the door was open, somebody jumped right away next to you and of course put the gun to your hips. Why he put the gun so low? It's clear. He doesn't want other people to see. He will ask you, or not ask you, command you to take him to a designated location and can finish you there. The first thing I need you to pay attention is putting the gun to the side of my hip and my hands are on the steering wheel. I'm going to use two of my hands at the same time. One hand will be as a distraction. The other hand will be to move the gun out of the line of fire. So the hand that's close to him will be going to his face, pushing the face away. But still the gun is pointing at me. The other hand, at the same time as I'm pushing from here, going to go to the gun and move it slightly forward. So as you see, my motion with the left hand, the one that's close to the window, is extremely important. I'm not just pulling the gun toward me because I can get shot. I'm moving it forward and then pull. This way I'm safe. So the first motion that I need to see is this. Put the gun, and now don't forget, you don't want other people to see the gun, so keep it low. It's good. Okay? Now I have a very good access to the gun. If I want, I also, when I do the move, I can go back slightly. So if I have a big gut, I can save myself. And now I'm a position that I can take the gun. So all I need you to do now is get to a position that the gun will not be pointing at you and you have a distraction to his face. Obviously in real life I'm going full force to his face. So this is going to do that. At that stage you're probably going to hear a boom and will be a shot. So you have to get ready for that. At the same time, the gun is not shooting you and you can continue to the next motion. All right, now let's try to do it slowly first and coordinate two of your hands at the same time. So as you move with your body backward, the hand that's close to him going to his face, the other hand is moving the gun forward toward the shield and at the same time toward me. Let's go. Slow. Let's do it one more time. I need you to pull slightly with this hand. Pull toward me.
Okay.
And one. Okay, now, Pier Giuseppe, hold the gun firmly, okay? Because if you let go, then it's fine. Excellent. Now let's see if you can do it a little bit faster at the same time, because so far you're doing great. One more time. And let's do it one more time, full speed. Pier Giuseppe, you will say bang when he's doing that. Obviously, what do you know that you have to use now?
Psychology.
Psychology, big time. So use psychology and do it at the same time, full speed.
Okay. Okay, man. What do you want? Okay. Yes.
Trying,
Do you want
trying.
to go? Okay.
Okay, Pier Giuseppe, you're not supposed to let go, but if you
Okay.
let go, and by the way, it might happen because you guys, you have to remember, it's not always the guy holding the gun is holding it full force. In fact, most of the times they don't. If you let go, then you're fine. You take the gun and use it. But this particular situation that we're going to teach you is holding it quite firm. Okay, so let's do it again.
Okay. Okay, man. What do you want? Okay. Yes.
Bang! Nice. Okay, you just shot me, but you're in good position now. Okay, let me show you the next stage. So far, Marcello, you did great. You did the smashing and pulling at the same time, which is great. You see, I'm out of the line and I'm pulling at the same time. I will do it one more time for you. From here to here. Okay, so you're holding one hand of the gun. This is not good enough for us. At that stage, what you need to do is the hand that went to his face, going to the butt of the gun. So you see the way I'm holding here? So I'm holding 2 points on the gun, one here and one here. And now I'm start pulling this side and I'm having the gun on my hand. Usually when I pull, I'm throwing my body as much as I can to the same directions that I pulled, so my body helped me to pull. Okay, so from here is going to be 1 and 2. You can snap, you don't have just to hold and pull. As soon as you do here, snapping here, and you have the gun in your hand. You want to try?
Yes.
Okay. So, the gun is to the side. You are doing exactly as you did before. Smash and now snap. Beautiful. Try to do it again without holding the hand very close to the muzzle. So hold it close to the beginning of the gun. Beautiful job. All right, guys, we're going to do it full speed now. Pier Giuseppe, you're going to demand. You don't have to act immediately. Use your psychology. But when you do the move, do it at full speed. When you see him doing the move, I need you to say bang, so we will see if he's out of the line of fire.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Come on, come on.
Okay, man.
Start
What do you want?
driving,
Yes,
start
yes,
driving.
okay.
Be quiet,
Okay.
be quiet,
Yes, yes.
be quiet. Ah, bang!
Beautiful job.
Come on,
Yes,
come on.
yes, man.
Drive,
Okay. What do you want?
drive,
Yes,
drive
yes,
fast,
okay.
man.
Bang!
Beautiful job. Like father, like son.
Great.
Nice.
Yes.
Drive. Where you want to go, man? Drive. Okay. Get out. Okay. Get out. Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is another common situation that might happen to you in the bar. Somebody come from the back and he pull you all the way back, take you to the ground and pound you. Or even worse, come with a slipper choke from the back. Sounds like a nightmare. Let's solve it. Vincenzo will be sitting on a chair. Emilio going to approach from the back. As soon as you feel the arms around you, take in consideration that could be a friend that just hugged you and want to say hi, but if you feel that it's kind of be dangerous, immediately you have to respond. Your response should be to be worried the most about your balance. If you just sit down this way, the next thing you know, you want to be lie down on the back. This is what it's looked like. If somebody come and Vincenzo is not ready, and I'm going to pull back and he's sitting the same way he's sitting, this is what's going to be here. This is what I'm going to do. Vincenzo, what you need to do is as soon as I pull you, you have to turn with your pelvis either right or left, 90 degree, and place one leg as much as you can behind you. So if I'm pulling here, this leg is going here. Immediately it's giving you support to stand up. So regardless of how strong I am, you have a better chance not to lose balance right away. So immediately you're going to come now and do the pulling, and as you turn, your pelvis is turning and you are ready with the legs. Now, you see, naturally you went with your arms to try to pull the hand. This is not going to help you because it's so fast. What you need to do is to throw both of your hands with the fingers to his eye. So if you feel that there is a pull, your best bet is to arch and go this way. Go. That's excellent. One more time. So if you continue turning, you will find yourself that you're out of the choke, and from there you can start fighting. Go. I say fighting. In environment like a bar, any object that you have is one of your best friends. You're sitting on an object that can be used as a weapon. So as you stand up, grab the chair and use the chair on top of him. Do it one more time. Okay, swinging a chair to somebody is one of the best ways to keep him away or finish him. So one more time, we analyze each part. Don't lose balance. Okay, now this time, Emilio, I wanted to pull him really hard, and I want to see if he can maintain balance. So what you need to do is two things. You stick the finger as close as you can to his face without hurting him, but also you turn 90 degrees and stand up. Pull. So immediately it's much harder for him to take you out of balance. One more time. So now you have the chair to use or to hold it between you and himself. You hold it. Now you have a better chance that it will be much harder for him to fight you. Obviously, I can teach you many different ways to get close and finish the person, but this is the easiest way for you to remember. You have a chair, use the chair. You have anything else, grab it. So anything you can grab in your hand will be a weapon that you can use, because he can pull a knife at that stage and everything can go bad. So you have to maintain the distance. If you come close and start grappling with him or going with a striking mode, again, we're back to what we learned before. As closer you are to him, more surprises can happen. He can pull a knife, his friends can join, and everything can go wrong. So maintain distance, use your object to your advantage. As I'm going with the hands to the face, the position of my hand is such that it's come naturally to here. See? One more time. Best. We got another scenario that this time Vincenzo is sitting and the guy behind him comes with a slipper choke. Let's look what is a slipper choke first. Vincenzo, you're sitting here and the guy is coming and putting slipper choke and finish you here. So one hand inserted all the way in, the other hand going underneath, behind the head. I'm pushing the head down while I'm pulling the elbow back. We'll take a few seconds and he's going to sleep. So, we're going to teach you what to do in this position. Emilio, start to insert the hand to the slipper choke. What you need to do, if you can get with your hands to his face, try first of all. But as you do that, immediately after that, bring your hands to his wrist, pull the wrist, turn your head to the side and insert your chin inside. Do it again. See, you're turning with your body halfway and you're using the chair to create the turning motion. It's not about your strength, it's about you leaning and putting a pivotal point on the chair which allow you to turn. One more time, go to the face, turn. Now, if you want to escape for somebody really strong and big, you want to continue your motion down to the floor. Go all the way down to the floor. Grab the chair. And stand up. First, try to go to his eye. Then you pull, turn, push, and let's fight. Okay, let's try to do it when I'm holding him. Sit. Why you give up? The problem is you went up as a way to down. By going up, you help me to choke you. So what you do is you have to go here and slide your butt to the ground. This is where you're using the leverage of the chair, which create distance between his neck and the chair, which allow him to escape the choke. One more time. So as he start turning, he's using the shoulder. That's exactly why it's possible to escape. Now, as you do so, one of the best way to escape is slide the other leg to the floor, or the other leg. No, your best, let me show you the legs work. One of the best way with the legs is as soon that you come to here, see this leg? You bring this leg to here. Now, you're falling as you do that. Understand? So, as you do here, so now there is a lot of weight coming right here. The first part is going to the face. Throw two hands. Now use the distance from this all the way to the wrist to push it the wrist with one force and turn your head as much as you can to the direction of the wrist. If you do it to the opposite direction, if you try to turn the head to the opposite direction, you might stuck with a big biceps here. If Hielan was here, you will not be able to move at all. So you move to the wrist position. This is where you want to move and stack your chin as much as possible you can. While you're doing so, your shoulders start to pull to this direction. Now, what you're doing now, you're using the back of the chair to your advantage. This creates a huge distance now for his choke. You have to try to turn around the chair to choke you. In the meantime, you're going to go down. Go down, grab the chair, fight with the chair. You have a better chance to survive. No cooperation whatsoever. Let's go! Work?
Works.
Let's try again.
Absolutely, yes. I can choke it.
Even if you try as hard as you can because of the turning.
He escaped.
Yep. The escape is happening here. Listen guys, nobody likes to go to the ground. We don't like to go to the ground. In CKM we try not to be on the ground, but if you go to the ground for a few seconds and stand up, it's better than staying there and get choked. Let's look at Vincenzo doing it full speed now in the bar. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So home invasion happen a lot, and usually not by one person. It could be 2 or 3 people at the same time. The mistakes that you made is that you open the door without even looking. I would, if I hear a ring, I'll first of all look. You have to make sure that, you know, if you don't see anybody, you can ask who is there. If you absolutely feel that you need to open the door, you have to open the door properly. Opening the door not properly is coming and doing this. This way you are the most vulnerable to any situation. On the other hand, see, this is Luigi and this is Mario.
Yeah.
It's very, very dangerous people. We don't want them. So what you want to do is to open the door by placing this leg over here, this hand over here. So this is a way to open. Try to open the door now. Force. Come on, go. Just by me placing the leg here, it's already harder for him. And I can look. I don't like what I see. I will close the door with my shoulder this way. Okay, so what I did now, I just place the leg here, and I really don't need to be strong. I can be just a light woman. It does not matter. I'm putting the shoe right here and putting the hand here and looking from there. Now I can see that this guy is really not my type. Close the door, call the police. Well, barefoot is also could be happening. So if you're barefoot and put your toe this way, you can actually injure yourself. If you're barefoot, what you want to do is to angle your knee so the knee will pass the toe. So you open the door when it's leaning on the knee in this angle and this hand here. Try to open the door. Come on, hard. Because I have support here, it's much harder for them, and I can, from here, push with the shoulder and close the door.
Yeah.
That's another option in case that you are barefoot. Let's go, come on guys. We show you in this DVD 2 ways it can happen. The first one is push you and punch you, and the second one will come with a gun. It could be the other way around, it could be a knife involved. But of course we cannot show everything in one DVD, this will be in the future DVDs as well. Let's look how we're going to defend ourselves against straight punch first. When somebody shoves you, and usually what you see is shove and always a punch, what you need to do is divert your weight when you start pushing you to here, and at the same time use this hand to move it away. Okay, from here to here. You can use two different tactics. Either go pushing this way, but it's required for you to step out. This is stepping out. Or bring the hand underneath and use this hand. What's the advantage? The advantage of using the cross hand to do that is that it's free the other hand to go around and take it. This looks familiar to you because we used it before on the move that somebody hold you with two hands. Yeah. Perfect, because as less move you have to remember, it's easier for you to actually perform it. You can go one, at the same time wrap around here, and now you turn him and smash him to any object. This is a close quarter, so you have the wall, you have the door, whatever you have, you smash his head. When you smash his head, never one time. It's like you have it 1, 2, and for luck, number 3. Okay, let's see if you do it right. Okay, now make sure that your hands is not anymore at the front when you start smashing it. So when you smash, let's say I'm smashing, I took him from here, I turn it, let me do that from here, so we'll see it to the camera. No, back to the camera. Okay, so punch. Here, I'm going to move it here, and now at that stage, I'm going to move my hand to the side. This way. Remember, in close quarter, you are in very tight position and every wall can be your help. In many ways, we actually reverse the attack to our advantage using all the things around us. You did great. Let's look at the attacks that coming right after that. This was a gangster hold. Now, I'm going to show you 2 variations here, and you can use either or. The first one, I'm going to do this move. So hold the gun. It's very easy to take the gun. What I do, one hand going to move the gun out of the way and grabbing, the other one holding from the back of the gun. So I'm holding 2 points. Now it doesn't matter how strong is a guy, if I'm turning the muzzle towards his face, you have to let go, we have to lose 1 thumb. Okay, one more time. 1 and 2. And this gun can come in any angle you want. You switch hands. I don't care. I do the same thing. It does not make a difference for me. So it's one moving the gun away from me and grabbing it. The other one coming underneath to the back of the gun from here and from here. Now I have 2 points on the gun and I'm turning the muzzle toward him. I can also come to the gun from the top. I can do the same move and hold from here. Depends on my height and his height. Doesn't matter, I'm holding 2 points. Turning, I'm taking the gun. So with a gangster hold, it's quite easy to move the gun away from the other guy to your hand. Okay, one more time. You want to try it? Lovely. One more time. I have very, very talented students. Okay, the gun is completely out of the way, meaning it's out of the line of fire, and then you can do the move. There is a shiftment that you have to shift a little bit your shoulders. So don't stay square to him when he does a move. Look at my shoulders. I'm turning. I'm turning. Okay, so try that. Beautiful. Another version that you can use is using the same thing as you did here, but this time you close your hands to figure 4. By doing so, you have such a strength that you can do it much stronger. So one more time, you clear it out of the way, close your hands and turn. Try it. Lovely, beautiful. Let's try to do a scenario now that Emilio come with a punch, and right after that, Pierre Joseph will come with a gangster hold. Go. Oh, easy. No! Beautiful, beautiful. One more time, full speed.
Hey, what's going on here, man? Hey, man.
Let's take you back to your lovely wife, and this time you're going to play like a hero. All right.
Honey, what's for dinner?
Moni, first of all, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
That was a lot of fun doing that DVD. But I think probably be a good idea to tell everyone who's going to be purchasing this DVD what was the purpose.
Well, those who are purchasing the DVD already purchased the DVD because of watching the DVD, right? But the purpose of those DVDs were to bring people to things that really happen to them. I mean, everybody going to a club, everybody have a home, almost everybody has a car, so, you know, every day you can read in the newspaper, hear on TV, people who've been robbed, killed by making the wrong choices. And this DVD is all about close quarter. And really, when it's come down and dirty, it's all about very close quarter fighting. And close quarter fighting is something that I've always been very comfortable with because of my background. You know, I was training in judo and jiu-jitsu, and I was champion 7 times. And for me, being close to somebody and fight close is always been very comfortable. But what I add to these DVDs is all the tactics that even if you're not so strong, you can definitely do it fast and the most efficient way. As we demonstrate on the DVD, we chose some of the guys that was the smallest one as a CKM instructors, and they definitely showed that they can do the move. And it was not just for the movie, it was overall something that happened in reality when we train hard under pressure. And this is the whole idea of Commando Krav Maga. Commando Krav Maga is about simplicity. We, as you know, we say simplicity is genius. And the reason for that is under stress, the only thing that's really working is a simple thing. Nothing complicated will work for you. If it's more than 2 moves, you won't be able to do it. So we simplifies everything in our system, but don't fool yourself. The simplicity is like looking at the clock. You're looking at the clock, you see 2 parts of moving. One shows the hour, the other one shows the minutes. However, if you flip the clock to the other side and open it, you see how many parts are moving. That's biomechanics, the understanding of fighting, the tactics, everything is in those little pieces. But we simplify it for the people, so people who are learning those systems can easily do the move.
Right, and that's the principle of CKM. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter strength or size. I remember you're telling me that there's a lot of things I can do because I'm stronger, but I have to imagine my wife, who's only 120 pounds, can do it. And
Absolutely.
that's what really brought me to really love the CKM. But I also noticed this time when you did the video, you made it much more technical, much more in detail than the other videos we've done in the past.
It's a good observation. The other DVDs that I did so far were also very technical, but without showing into depth how to do the moves. And the reason for that is we wanted to show many samples of things that we have. In this one, I took less technique, but each technique I was taking you like a private lesson. I'm taking the student, the person at home, and showing him exactly how to do the move, exactly what kind of mistakes he's going to face, and how to correct the mistakes, and what kind of drills to do to be out of the mistakes. And we found that this format is excellent format to also illustrate that Commando Karaomaga is extremely technical system and not require a lot of strength. Combat Survival is the umbrella organization that have 5 components. One is a Commando Karaomaga, which I'm going to briefly explain at the end. Just first give the branches. Then we have the women CKM, which is a women Commando Krav Maga. Then we have the children Commando Krav Maga, which is called the WIN program. Then we have the law enforcement, and then we have the elite combat fitness. Commando Krav Maga is a system that's been evolved from the Krav Maga. I simply work, and as you know, I'm working very hard, almost daily, all my life, to see how I can make the techniques simple and easier. And everybody that's looking at Commando Krav Maga today see the difference between our system and the old system. We simply, I'm not saying that we are better, we just change and improve and evolve to a point that every person can do it. And it's not requiring strength. As other systems, sometimes working a lot of strengths, and also it's all about overpowering, and we don't work that way. We're just working on a street principle, and sometimes if the best idea is to be able to strike and escape or cat strike and escape, we will do that. Because in reality, this is what you're going to do.
No, I agree. I notice also other systems, they're very traditional, and they don't want to change. They want respect of the Grandmaster, and this is how he did it. But that was a different time. The world always evolves, new kind of weapons, new kind of attacks. And I think that's why I believe, personally myself, why I think the CKM, the Commando Krav Maga, or the whole system is the best, because I always notice you're evolving. What I learned 4 or 5 years ago has changed already, and it's better than what I learned the first time, and easier. So, and it keeps happening like that. So I find that to be like one of the most important
and refreshing
aspects.
too.
Yeah.
I say a few things. First of all, we don't have masters in our system. Everybody is a student. I'm myself a student, and one of the reasons for me to consider myself a student is as soon as you think that you're a grandmaster, you stop learning. And I learn every day, and I learn from my students, I learn from my instructors, I learn from any person that I can learn. And this is the one thing that I do all the time. About the evolve, it's amazing, because every time I come with the techniques to the students or to my instructors and I show them the techniques, they say, wow, this is amazing. And then 2 months after, I'm coming with even better technique. They look at that, they say, wow, it's great. How come we didn't think about it? And the point is, it's very hard to let go with the old one because you like it, but the new one even making more sense to you. So we don't just change constantly. Sometimes it's the same principle, but a little variation will make it even faster in reality, or easier to remember in reality. And I found that this evolve is extremely important for the modern reality-based system. Back to the description, because I just started to describe Commando Krav Maga. So Commando Krav Maga is basically a best way for any person to be able to protect himself under stress. In all our system, we practice under stress. There's a lot of disciplines or system that's showing you a very complicated move that if you really try to do it under stress, and I will put this guy in stress, he won't be able to perform anything. Or maybe beside his masters that be able to do it. But in our system, if the only master can do it and the students cannot do it, it's not good. I need everybody to be able to do it. This is the reason that our, Commando Krav Maga boot camps and the other boot camps bring people to understand how much they can really achieve in such a short time, which I'm going to describe a bit later.
I think that brings the elite combat fitness in from what you're describing, because people think you can just go and learn techniques and stuff, but I don't believe they understand the cardio you need for it. Even when you're fresh, as soon as you get attacked, your cardio's down 50% just from the fear and everything. So I think it might be a good point to put about exactly why you came up with elite combat fitness.
Well, elite combat fitness is it's basically a combination of all the knowledge that I accumulate as somebody who was himself champion and trained champions. Students of mine become Olympic silver medalist and world champion in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, plus the military that I have. So I put together a system that I myself working out. And it's one of the best way to keep in shape, but it's a type of shape that not just make you big and bulky, it will make you explosive and be able to operate in your real life under, basically supplement the Commando Krav Maga.
Functional.
It's functional because you can actually do the move, full speed, full power, explosive for long terms and so on. But you don't train elite combat fitness only for the boot camps. You train it for life. And if you take it for life, it's one of the best way because you don't really have to spend more than 45 minutes 4 or 5 times a week to be in shape. And it's very interesting. So elite combat fitness is another aspect that many people love. Then we have the women Commando Krav Maga, which is another system. It's a great system that we developed. It's totally different than the Commando Krav Maga. In principle, it's all about being very efficient. But women need more than that. They need to know how to avoid and how to prevent and what to do and what not to do. So we're dealing specifically what women need, including kidnap situation,
be aware,
rape,
yes.
how to approach your car at night, what to do when you come to home. Everything is very important, and the people who are going to become a women CKM instructor going completely different type of training. It's a lot of knowledge, a lot of speech that they have to teach the students, and it's going fantastic. The WIN is a new program. The WIN is the children program that we have for kids from 4 years old to 13 years old. And this is probably the first reality-based system for kids. No more, kids wearing traditional karate uniform. We live in the Western society, and they learn how to defend themselves in the most realistic way against people who might try to kidnap them or bullies at school in a way that is also going to be, from school point of view, the proper way to do it.
It's much worse these days. When we were kids, when I was a kid, you have to worry about maybe a kid punching you or grabbing you. And, now if you read in the papers, it's like 5-6 kids and they throw you to the ground, they beat you, they kick you in the head, they're stabbing each other. I mean, 13-year-old girl just died, just some 8-year-old kid had a gun. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, Ilan, you're still a kid. That's between us. But yeah, it's true. I mean, the violence school it's incredible, and the kids learning how to deal with bullies and how to survive. But also, it's a lot of fun. Kids learn the most out of games. So we do amazing different drills. We don't call it games; it's type of drills. And we have, we build a great cardio, stamina, coordination, balance. We actually build people to become great in reality-based system in the future. So the WIN program has many rewards for the kids, but it's probably one of the best way for every parent to put his kids in this program or come himself for self-improvement and do the program. And talking about self-improvement, many people coming to our courses, not necessarily with a reason to become an instructor. Some do, some not. But those who coming to self-improvement just want to improve. And sometimes it's very professional people. We have doctors, lawyers, plumbers, it doesn't matter. They're coming to the courses because they usually don't have the luxury of going to a club 3 times a week and train. And they learn so much in 4 intensive days, 12 hours a day. And after they finish, they have enough material to take with them and to train with somebody at home or teach somebody they know and practice. And this is usually very rewarding for the person who is doing that. One of the principles of Commando Krav Maga is disengage if you can and if you cannot, then engage and disengage. And this is very important, as opposed to movie-style training. You're going in and finish him and finish him and finish him. In reality, if you have a knife and pull the knife, you finish. Or if in reality, if you have 4 friends jumping on you, as we demonstrate on this DVD, you're done. So the principle of Commando Krav Maga is engage only if needed and disengage immediately, as you said, and you're right. Law enforcement don't always have the luxury of disengaging, and this is bring us to the top program that we have, which is the SHIELD law enforcement program. This is all about taking control, being able to move the subject from point A to point B, being able to submit him, and being able to control and handcuff him. We started last year when we ran the first program in Florida. We got the best review from the policemen there that they ever gave to any person that came to the school. And everywhere we teach now, we have more and more policemen that said, "This is wow, this is amazing. This is something that we always were looking for." And it's exploding now, as all combat survival do.
That's awesome. Now, as busy as you are right now, I mean, the system is growing. You're extremely busy at the point where now, you can't do everything yourself, and you have the top instructors who are now part of the elite team of helping to instruct. Where do you see, how much more do you see, what's your view, your vision for the future of combat survival?
First of all, let me put a few words about the elite team. Elite team are really the top instructors that we have in the system. I'm very proud of having such a wonderful instructors. Right now we're talking about 8 instructors working with me full-time on teaching courses all over the world. And it's keep growing because we have more and more young blood coming to the system. For me to complete the circle of things, I'm going to develop one more system that's still missing here, which is all about the 2 aspects, is how to have very strong mental power to be able to, function under stress and so forth. And meditation, it's all part of the deal. Things that I usually do to create, strong mind and strong body. I want to bring it to a system that people will be able to take and learn from that. And at that stage, my vision is that pretty much in every country in the world, they will know what combat survival is and benefit from that. Because so far, in a very short 5 years, we already saved so many lives. And so many stories of people who are really used to the techniques to survive, which make me very proud. And this is also one of the reasons for my motivation to keep pushing myself and work so hard the way I'm working. We are now in a beautiful place after we finish the shooting, and this is the only day off we have.
Now, why did you choose Italy? That's a good question.
Well,
I know Emilio is a very good-looking guy who's right over there, and he's the director of all of Europe, if I'm correct.
He's the director of combat survival in Europe. Is also a very talented level 5 instructor, belong to the lead team. Italy always been wonderful place for me to come. I love the food, I love the people, and I think that after you came the first time to Italy, you agree with me. This is like an ideal place to come. It's not the only place we're going to shoot, but it's definitely one of my favorite. We work very hard for a week. Now we have 1 day off. Tomorrow I'm flying to my next destination. But I'm telling you, it was really one of a hell of experience. Especially, we worked with people that we had no clue how they're going to be as an actor in front of the camera. And look at the people.
They were really good.
I mean, you are in movie business yourself.
They were better than some of the guys I've worked with very quickly.
And I think this is one of the reasons is that, it's interesting. We didn't have to take too many takes.
No.
Because in Commando Krav Maga, we train under stress.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to practice under stress. So we almost never had to take a second take.
No,
just for
really
the close-up, yeah?
I was very, very impressed. Not just that, even stunt-wise. Very quickly, they picked it up. I didn't have to worry as much. Vincenzo, when I picked him up and we have pictures, he's like 6 feet in the air, so he did well. I mean, the fact that, stuntmen get paid a lot of money to do that, it takes a lot of years of practice. And I think because of all the practice that we do in learning how to fall in Commando Krav Maga, it's one of the most important points that we do in Commando Krav Maga, because falling, if you can't fall, you're finished.
Yeah, there is no question about that. I mean, no matter what what fighter you are. You can be the world champion in Muay Thai. If you don't know how to fall on cement, you cannot survive. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be athletic like you and a stuntman like you to be able to do that. Every person can know how to fall, even if you have a issue of bones or back problem. And we teach that. We teach how to safely be able to roll and be able to survive the roll, and that's one of the things. But talking about Vincenzo, you lift him up so easily all the way up. Did you charge him for Air Elam?
No, I should have though, but I don't think he had enough euro.
That's right.
But the one thing I do have to say, the one downfall of Italy is I went from a 6-pack to a 1-pack.
Great food. Great food. There's no question
Food is
about
fantastic. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And Emilio's a fantastic host. He was fantastic. Just everything was so well organized and done. And I believe that's also part of CKM. It really teaches you how to organize yourself too.
And I have a message for the you guys at home. Those of you who did not have a chance yet to try some of our boot camps, go ahead, go to the website www.commandokravmaga.com or combatsurvival.com and check the boot camps near your area. Come and see how much you can learn in such a short time. It's just amazing. Very intensive, very challenging, mainly mentally and also physically, but after you finish it, it's such an amazing feeling, and you know that now you can protect your loved ones.
Absolutely excellent. One of the hardest things I've been through since Marine Corps. I think it's great for everybody, yes. But from 16-year-old to the 80-year-old, I think it's great.
The most difficult training I've experienced since military, without question.
The CKM is continually evolving.
It's the best I've ever done, especially as a female and a little bit smaller than most men. I can do all the same stuff.
I just love this so much, the system and the way the curriculum just flows. It's just so simple, so devastating.
We learn how to deal with adrenaline stress and work under a lot of pressure with non-resistant attackers and in situations that aren't necessarily ideal.
One, two, three, CKM!
Close combat fighting, close combat fighting, close combat
Evolution
fighting,
or extinction.
close combat fighting.
C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, Commando, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, Commando, the way to go. Simplicity is genius.
Commando Krav Maga gives me the flexibility, the mobility, agility to be fighting in reality.
Moni Isaac, chief and creator, and the elite team instructor.
When you're against the knife, you must fight for your life.
Extinction or evolution.
Faced with a gun, you can't run.
Kill or be killed.
Survival of the fittest, nothing less is permitted. Commando Krav Maga is the way to play. Anything else, and you're dead right away. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, Close combat fighting. Close combat fighting. Close combat
Evolution
fighting.
or extinction.
Close combat fighting. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, Commando, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, Commando, the way to go.
Simplicity is genius.
Commando Krav Maga gives me the flexibility, the mobility, agility to be fighting in reality.
Moni Isaac, chief and creator, and the elite team instructor.
When you're against the knife, you must fight for your life.
Extinction or evolution.
Faced with a gun, you can't run.
Kill or be killed.
Survival of the fittest. Nothing less is permitted. Commando Krav Maga is the way to play. Anything else, and you're dead right away. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go, the way to go. C-O-M-M-A-N-D-O, the way to go.